Hello everybody, welcome to TTTV. This is the Mini League Asia and Pacific series. Well, my name is Kieran McGidley, and with me in the commentary book is Andy Campbell. Andy, the last time we were together in a series like this, it was the European series, and it was absolutely fantastic.
It was an absolutely phenomenal series. Good evening, everybody. looking forward to more of the same here this evening. We've got 5 more teams battling it out to be crowned champions. This is the first of 2 nights, of course. We're going to have 3 separate races tonight over 3 separate streams. One-shot qualifying, 25% race, same as it was the last time in the European series, but this time over the tracks in the Asia and Pacific area. So tonight we've got the first round from China, the Shanghai International Circuit. Round 2 will be from the Bahrain International Circuit in Sakir, and then the last one will be Albert Park, Melbourne, the host of the Australian Grand Prix. So that is our schedule for this evening, and if it is anything like last time, we are in for some fast, frantic and brilliant racing, because last time it was really good. Visceral Racing, VSR, took the European series, so they're coming into this looking to add to the trophy cabinet. Can they make it back-to-back eSport Mini League wins, or can someone else take the crown this time out? We've got 2 weekends of phenomenal action coming up.
Absolutely, as Andy was saying, this all takes place over 2 days, and I am sad to say that I won't be here for the second, so I won't see how it all unfolds, but I'll be sure to give you all the coverage as with Andy as well about how this first night unfolds, and then I'll just be handing it over to you, Andy, for the second half of it, which I'm pretty sure you're capable of by now.
can't believe you're ditching me, but I'll let it slide, it's fine. But at least I've got you here for this one, because if it's anything like last time, there's always action going on all over the shop. And especially in a 25% race, being a sprint style race, you've got to make moves quicker. You can't just rely on pit stops as much as you do in a normal league race of 50%. You have to go for it. And it means some drivers maybe take a couple of additional risks that they normally wouldn't do. That can lead to them crashing off, sliding out, maybe making contact they normally wouldn't have. So it adds another element to things, and it makes it really good. We've got a lot of drivers in here. Obviously, just quickly go through the teams because the drivers are getting ready to start up shortly. So, obviously, TTG, obviously our sort of home team, so to speak, here at TTTV. I'll be in the Toro Rosso and the McLarens. We've got Sinclair and Siege in the Toro Rosso, Poe and Squeezy in the McLaren, and then we've got Visceral VSR will be in the Haas and the Force India with Blizzard, Lewis Marquez and Lambo replacing Maxi, who's been unable to make it tonight. Then got One Hub, who are making their debut as an esports team here tonight as well. They've got a few drivers there. We're about to ready up. We've also got Innovate and CPI, former GP1 Racing, who were here last time for the Euro Series as well. So plenty to go on. Round number 1 coming up in just a second from China. 16 turns, 3.388 miles. It incorporates a lot of Chinese culture throughout the track and in the paddock area as well. And obviously turn 1 and 2 is that tightening radius corner, coming up to a short qualifying lap very quickly, and it'll be fast and frantic the whole way through tonight.
Absolutely, and it's not just us two in the commentary box. We do have to say a shout out to Alan, who will be keeping track of the points tonight. Don't bother trying to work out the points, leave it all to Alan. I know in the past that I've tried to work it out live on stream. It takes me about 15 minutes. It takes Alan a lot less time. So leave all the points to him. He'll be keeping us up to date as it happens and keeping us up to date at the end of each stream. Obviously 3 separate streams tonight. We won't move on from the stream until Alan posts the points and we've gone through it and we see how the points are unfolding. But here we are there at the Chinese Grand Prix. Drive for every single race, one-shot qualifying, and well, Andy, here we go. This is your chance to, well, pick a driver and see how it goes.
I'm just going to let the game just pick it for me. I'll tell you who it is. Hopefully it lands in the same one for us both, so that you don't need to go searching for it, because in one-shot qualifying, trying to catch a different driver is not the easiest thing in the world to do. So Unbelievable, and we'll see what's going on. Already supporting the chat, a few drivers in there already saying good luck and hello. See GP1 Schumacher, Alan Kay, obviously our point scorer, a few guys obviously supporting Innovate as well, the Spanish team, kicking about. So it's already got a few people about. Here we go. I have got Don Cool I am on board with in the Sauber, coming down towards turn 1. It's an ever tricky corner, this one here. Throw it in. You want to use the engine braking more than anything to slow down to third gear and then second gear just as you clip the apex of turn 2. Short squirt in the throttle and then on to turn 3. And again, just want to get the power on. The corner opens up for you. It's flat out straight on from here. And then down towards turn 4. Just quick kink, and then turn 5 late in the brakes for it, 75 metres down, quickly down to first there for the Sauber driver, and then back on the power up through the gears and then into this lovely section here, turn 7 I believe this is, just running a bit wide as the Sauber through there, and then a couple of gears now for the second part, running wide again, and then this corner here, this is a tricky double apex because it just seems to be one corner, easy to get it wide on the exit, and then we're coming up towards the tail end of the lap, end of sector 2, hard on the brakes, down to third gear, maybe even clipping second, and then you've got another ever increased radius corner, but this time it's opening up eventually, and just want to get flat on the foot power down the back straight, about a kilometre long this back straight. DRS halfway down it there, just under the Rolex bridge, and then the ERS turned up, we're hitting 209, 210 miles an hour, pick the braking point just where the curbing comes in at 100 metres, a lock up from the Sauber, down to first gear, and back onto the power, heading up towards the final turn in the corner. Very easy to get this one wrong, it's easy to run wide and invalidate your time, which I'm sure the Sauber's just done. DRS over the line, across we go, and it is Blizzard and Marquez for VSR who take first and second already.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we had a single disqualification for exceeding track limits. All 20 times were valid. So that is something I've never seen before.
That is definitely a first. But yeah, there is the order there. So Blizzard takes pole, 29.6, 4 times clear. Marquez in second, Squeezy in third for TTG, Lewis in fourth with GP1 Leon in fifth, Sinclair 6, Poe in seventh, Rafa 8th, Lambo 9th, Fletcher rounds out the top 10. 1 second separates first to 10th, Samu in 11th, Z Flo, I'm just going to call him Flo Z actually, it's a lot easier, in 12th, Don Cool who were on board 13th in the end, GP1 Alex in 14th, Bor 44 in 15th, Siege in 16th, it's Danster in 17th, Paquito in 18th and 19th, and last on the grid is Noni Tale. I'm just going to say Tales, it's a lot easier. Seem to be missing a driver so far, hopefully that will rectify itself very quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm looking forward to this one. Lots of names to pronounce very wrong, Andy. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at pronouncing names wrong as well. No, I just make them up as I go along. So anyone who's watching this back afterwards, if you are a driver, please don't take offence. It's just something that I'm terrible at.
Oh, it's alright. I'm terrible at it too, so we wouldn't worry about it too much. But a lot riding on this one. Obviously there's a lot of pressure, Andy, on VSR to absolutely dominate this one. But it won't be quite that easy. No,
definitely not. I mean, we know obviously they've got a lot of quick drivers. They've shown it in the European Seas, showed it there with first and second already for the first race. But there's a lot of good drivers in here, obviously. Anyone who's regular to TTTV, likes of me and you and anyone else, will obviously know a lot of the TTG drivers from the likes of TTL F1, etc. But there is other drivers in there that are really, really quick on their day. There's a few drivers in here that I don't know of, so it's going to be new. I don't know about yourself, Kieran, but there's a few of them that I have not seen before, so it'll be interesting to see how things go. And looking at the tyre strategy, everybody going for the Ultra Sauce except for Don Cool, who we were riding on board with in the Sauber. He's gone for the soft tyres instead, so he's trying something different. Everyone else is going for the softest tyre first in the first stint.
Yeah, obviously in a 25% race you can sort of make those tyres last to just under halfway. We're looking at drivers pinning in around lap 5 because, well, you can just about take them that far, and then switching onto the super soft tyres for the second stint. Obviously the safety car is on, Andy, so that really does ramp up the pressure. But of course, every single position counts as a point scoring position so long as you reach the checkered flag, and that adds to the competition.
Absolutely, and you have to get points. You need to get to the end of the race. It's not your normal first to 10th. You can finish 19th out of 19 as long as everybody's running. You'll pick up some points, and that could be all important for your team, because of course this isn't just about the individual driver. This is a team event. It's you're racing for your team. You obviously want to have your own individual victories, of course, but you are racing for your team here tonight, and finishing the race and getting points, even if you picked up some damage, is definitely something that the drivers want to be doing very much. So we're getting quite a few people already into the chat. We've got Paquito Campa, so it'll be obviously for Innovate, Gazaman for One Hub, Innovate's Esports series TV channel coming in there, Sam Hunt as well for One Hub. There's a lot of people in here already, which is absolutely brilliant to see, and obviously show your support during the evening. We'll try and keep up with the chat, but with the way these races are likely to go, that's going to be a hard thing to do, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely, but here they are then coming around the final corner then towards the grid. This is round 1 of the Esports Mini League Asia and Pacific Series. We're moments away then from the very first race of the night. 3 races tonight, 3 races next week. All the points count so long as you reach the checkered flag. And this one is going to be a really, really good one. Who's going to make the forward start? Who's going to have the momentum and carry it through to Bahrain later on tonight? There's only one way to find out, really, and it looks like it's going to be the same thing we happened last time. The 5 lights will come on, and then it's a complete guessing game as to when the lights will actually go out. It's a huge guessing game, as you can see in the bottom right corner. Round 1 is underway, and what are the starts like? Looks like it's a good start from everybody there. You can see the Mercedes in the middle of your picture. They're getting a fantastic start. The Ferrari there behind them onto the grass, it looked like, as they entered turn 1 for the very first time. And it looks like everybody's just about kept it clean for now. You can see their Siege has dropped down the field there. But you can see there's a McLaren trying to go up the inside of the Ferrari. They're making it 3 wide going into turn 3 there on the exit of turn 4. There's a force in it. Oh, the Ferrari lost the back end. And that is Leon into the gravel there. Bit of a miscommunication there. The Ferrari just lost the back end, and well, Leon was on the receiving end of that one. I wonder if he's got any front wing damage. That's going to be a nightmare if it's a 25% race with that front wing damage. Well, Blizzard's leading the way, and we're on board with Sinclair here as he's trying to chase down Fletcher. We've got Lambo there in 7th place, Rafa up into 6th place, and also we've got the McLaren of Poe just ahead of them. But it looks like it's a good start so far. Unlucky for Leon. Let's hope he hasn't got any front wing damage early on in this race, but they're still battling. There's a Red Bull gone very wide there along the back of your picture. Oh, and that is a Toro Rosso out of the race. It's Siege who's hit the wall hard there just before turn 11 there, just before the sector 3 line. So Siege is out of this race, and that is one less scoring position for TTG. Then there's a huge battle here going on. I believe that's between Poe and Louis here as we head down towards the hairpin of turn 14. Such a good overtaking opportunity. Louis here without the DRS. Up the inside he goes. You can see the Ferrari in the background as well. That's Reflow trying to make moves there as he heads in towards the hairpin. Looks like they've all made it out of the hairpin. We've lost Siege on this one, but at the end of lap 1, Blizzard leads from Marquezes, Squeezy, Louis, Poe, Rafa, Lambo, Fletcher, Sinclair. That's a Toro Rosso getting very wild in the background. That was Sinclair there. But yeah, Fletcher in 8th, Sinclair 9th, Reflow 10th, Samu 11th, Bohr in 12th, Danestar 13th, Alex in 14th, Donkel 15th, Nonny 16th, Paquito 17th, Leon in 18th, and Siege becomes an unfortunate victim of lap number 1.
Yeah, Leon did pick up damage there, and Paul got onto the grass a little bit through turn 3. It made it 3 wide between him, the Ferrari, Reflow, and Leon as well, and that caused front wing damage for the Red Bull. And then coming towards the end of sector 2, the Red Bull got 3 wide again. I don't know who it was. It pushed him right off the track, and as he came back onto the track, he made contact with another car that crashed into Siege's car, and that put the Toro Rosso out into the barrier. And that is a McLaren spinning in the background there on my screen, and that is going to drop him all the way down. So it's a horrible start, and he's left the session, and I don't know why he's done that, because if he could have carried on, he would have been picking up points, unless of course he's had an internet connection issue, which is why he's dropped out. The car is ghosting at the moment, so hopefully he gets back in, because he needs to finish the race in control to get points. But Siege was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Leon was unfortunate getting that wing damage. It was just too many into one go, and a dramatic and frantic first lap. But it's Blizzard still leading from Marquez, Squeezy and Lewis. No change in the top 4. Your biggest gainer on the first lap is it's Danster in 12th place, up 5 positions. Poe and Leon are the biggest losers due to what we've just seen there on track.
Yeah, absolutely. There could be. Blizzard comes into the pits on lap number 2. Very early call. That could be a call to go onto some soft tyres. Rapper's also in, as well as Lambo. So soft tyres could be going on for those guys, as DRS has been enabled, as Sinclair there is chasing down Fletcher. Looks like a really good battle happening between those two. What could have happened to Poe is he could have had some sort of wheel problem, because he went straight on at the end of the chicane. Oh, there's a bit of contact there between Sinclair and Fletcher, battling hard for position as they make their way through turn 3. And now they head towards turn 4, and then through that kink of turn 5 down towards turn 6. You can see a Ferrari there. That's Reflow trying to make a move up the inside. Can he make that stick against Sinclair on the exit then? Looks like he got the better traction, but Sinclair's not willing to give that up that easily as we head through turn 7. Reflow has to back out of it. It's not really a place you can go too wide there. But the thing with Poe was that he just went straight on. It almost looked like he lost connection either with his wheel or his controller, and that could have been the reason why he's out of this race.
It's quite possibly. I mean, I didn't see it. I just seen the orange for McLaren just fly off the screen in the background. So I'm not sure what happened. As I've just seen here, as Paquito just goes up the inside of his teammate Tale into the end of Sector 2 and the start of Sector 3. Doncool's just gone past GP1 Alex as well, coming onto the back straight. So his moves going all over the place. Squeezy is just taking a move for the lead on Marquez as they go into the hairpin. Squeezy on the outside, getting squeezed wide by the Force India. Marquez holds on to that for now. Lewis moved up into 3rd place. It was Fletcher. Sinclair and Fletcher in 4th and 5th, and Zifro and Samu behind. And then watch the stream of cars coming into pit lane now. Marquez, Squeezy, Lewis, Reflow's in as well. I'm going to get that name wrong all night long. Fletcher's in as well. So the pit stop phase well and truly underway. Sinclair takes the lead for TTG, and he's got Samu and Bor in 2nd and 3rd place, with Doncool in 4th, Paquito and Tally 5th and 6th. So at the moment, Innovate occupy 4 of the top 6 spots, but it's still right in the middle of the pit stop phase. And Doncool, being on those soft tyres, he's kept out of trouble. He's kept his nose clean. Good work out for him at the end, but he'll need to make sure he's got plenty of speed to be able to catch back up later on when he puts on the softer compound.
Yeah, Lambo rejoins and wanted to pit that lap earlier, but Fletcher has come out straight in front of him, so he has gained ground on the competition. However, he's come out right behind someone who's very good at keeping the car parked on the racing line. He's not going to make that time for Lambo. Meanwhile then, Sinclair does lead the way. Samu and Bor in the Mercedes occupying 2nd and 3rd place there. I saw Doncool just coming out of the final corner on lap number 4 get very, very squirrely, almost as if the car just didn't want to grip with the rear wheels to the ground, and he had a little bit of a tough time there. Maybe that's the sure sign of the soft tyres maybe on that car, but either way, Lambo is trying to reel in Fletcher then. So many close battles happening beyond the field as GP1 there, the teammates Alex and Leon, I believe, traded places then, but it looks like Leon lost out big time there. We've also got Louis then on some fresh tyres, trying to battle away with Danestar as they head around that long banked corner of turn 13. Of course, Louis here is going to have the DRS. We see Sinclair and Samu come into the pits. It forces Bor to have to go another lap. We see a move further up ahead as well between Lambo and Fletcher. Lambo up the inside. Has he got the position done on Fletcher? It looks like he has. We're having to keep an eye on so many battles throughout the field. Louis and Danestar battling away for position, and that does look like, yes, Lambo has made the position on Fletcher, and Fletcher didn't make that an easy move, but Lambo has got his way past using that DRS, and with that DRS along that near kilometre long straight down towards a heavy braking zone. There's only one way that battle could have gone then. Lap number 5, Bor leads the way from Doncool, but they are both yet to stop. Blizzard and Marquezes occupy 3rd and 4th, with Squeezy in 5th, Rafa in 6th, Sinclair in 7th, and Lambo in 8th. That's your top 8 so far in this race. Long way to go, of course, as we've got a big battle happening here between Sinclair, that is Lambo, and Fletcher as they all head towards that turn number 6, and it looks like Lambo tried to cut back to make the move work, and he has done. Fletcher and Sinclair squabbling, and Lambo has simply put it up the inside and said, thank you very much, I'll take those 2 positions from you both.
That was incredible. 3 wide into the corner almost there. Lambo putting his car into position, got the move done, and he's now up in the 7th place. Up ahead, Doncool's taking the lead. The yellow flag that popped up, I didn't see it, but I do believe it was Bor in the Mercedes. He was going slowly coming out of that twisty section, turns 7 and 8 I believe it is, so I think he dropped it and got a bit sideways, and he's dropped now down into 2nd place and 7 seconds down already, so a big mistake there. That's put Blizzard right onto the back off the Mercedes. He's going to be coming into pit lane now, obviously, with those ultra softs. They're going to be screaming in absolute agony, and as expected, flying off into pit lane. Fletcher's just sneaked it back up the inside of Lambo, though. The Red Bull takes that place back, having had the battle. Sinclair right behind, and you can see Lewis is in there as well. So we've got a four-way scrap going on just now for 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. It's now obviously going to become 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th for the pit stop phase going on. Look at this, you could throw a blanket over the three of them coming down the main straight. Fletcher managed to get a good move up the inside, as there goes Lewis up the inside to Sinclair. Very opportunistic through turns 1 and 2, but Sinclair's now got the inside line for turn 3. Who can get on the power better as they come out of the left-hander, heading down through the kink of turn 4 towards turn 5, and the Haas has got ahead. So Lewis is ahead in the Haas there, and he's got it done. Nearly locked up a wee bit there. I thought he was going to go into the back of his teammate for a second, a Lambo there. He's moved up another place. Meanwhile, behind him, Damster and Samu are side by side coming into this fast section here. Who's going to hang it out? Can the Mercedes hang it round the outside? That would be a brave move, but he looks like he might have it done. And can the Sauber go back up the inside into the left-hander? The Mercedes gives some space and room. He's got on the power much better. They're still side by side, and the Sauber is able to get the move done. So Damster, that move went on all the way from turn 5, and it's still not over yet. Great racing by these two here. Damster and the Sauber, Samu in the Mercedes, and they're now coming down the back straight, and it's going to be the Mercedes. It's going to have the DRS as they come down here, but lovely racing from both of them. Very respectful, gave each other room there, and it'll be interesting to see if he can hold on. Meanwhile, up ahead, Lewis has managed to get past Lambo before the hairpin as well, so he's got that moved on also, and Damster's able to hold on to the position for 11, so action going on all over, but that was really good racing from those two.
Yeah, for the overtake on Louis, it looked a bit like team orders. Of course, they are on the same team, so Lambo's probably pulled to one side and said, you know what, Louis, go for it. I'll hold back Sinclair for you. We'll have to wait and see how that develops, whether Lambo will actually battle. Well, here comes Samu and Dainster coming through turn 1 and then through turn 2. You can see the Mercedes trying to hang it round the outside, and look at that. Dainster saying no way, closes the door, and the Mercedes has to rethink the move. It was a great attempt. It would have been fantastic if it worked, but Dainster read that and blocked it before it could happen. Meanwhile, up at the 6th place battle, then you can see there's Rafa going through your picture, trying to just get away from any battles then, as Fletcher trying to hold back Louis, Lambo and Sinclair. That battle for 6th place. Meanwhile, we've got that battle, as we mentioned before, between Dainstar and Samu. These are your closest battles on the grid. Watch out for Alex closing in on Paquito, 100th by 100th, as they make their way towards that coveted 13th place. And of course, remember, all the points count, because obviously, so it is a coveted position. We can say that all these points will matter so long as you finish the race. And of course, with Siege and Poe, they will not be scoring any points this race. Siege crashing out and Poe leaving the session.
Yeah, definitely. So it's going to cost and put a big... Oh, Louis getting on the grass there as he tries to go past Fletcher. He gets the move done. Lambo's got Sinclair trying to go around the outside. So the Haas got the move done on the Red Bull, and the Toro Rosso looks like it's going to get the move done on the Force India. So one VSR driver and Louis going up the order as Lambo goes down it with a yellow flag in Sector 3. You see, we can pick up what's going on.
Dainstar.
Oh, carnage. Oh, no. Salva in the wall. Just seen flying carbon fibre. He's waited for everyone to go through fairly enough there, but that's not good there for the one hub driver. And I looked, he was having a great battle there with Sammy. I just hope that was something not untoward. I'm sure it wasn't. They were battling really, really well. Don Cool's being closed in up front, but remember, he's still to pit at the moment. I'm trying to guess where he's going to come back out at the moment in this pack. He's also leading for one hub at the moment. I'm guessing he's going to come out somewhere around 10th or 11th at the moment if he was to pit now, so he's going to have the quicker tyres at the end. He could still make an impact further up the order. It's going to put obviously Blizzard and Marquez and Squeezy back up into the podium positions. Squeezy's right on the back of Marquez, mind you, at the moment. The McLaren driver looking very feisty. He's going to have DRS coming down that long 1 kilometre straight. Let's ride on board. Well, I certainly am anyway. I don't know about yourself there, Kim, but we're on board with the McLaren as he hits the DRS. He's got the battery turned up. He's nearly out. You can see he's gaining. Marquez has gone right to the inside. Squeezy goes to the outside line. Marquez late on the brakes, and it means he's got the apex nicely for the hairpin. Good defensive driving, and Squeezy has to pull back in and fight another day. All this is doing is allowing Blizzard to get ahead up front, which is probably a good move by Marquez to hold Squeezy up, because then that's going to allow his teammate the chance to disappear, because he's going to inherit the race lead once Doncool comes into pit lane.
Absolutely, I believe down the bottom of your screen there, that is our first time penalty of the race, 9 laps into this one, and at China, at a track like this, yeah, there is. It's quite surprising to see that, so it's relatively clean driving throughout the field so far, and it's great to see this hard battling going on. It's hard, but it's fair, as they're all coming in now, the penalties, as the third warning is obviously coming in on lap number 9.
Yeah, it has been really good. There's not seen really too much going on. Some really good battling going on. Squeezy still behind Marquez. We've still got that battle between Lewis, who's now on the back of Rafa, so 5th, 6th, and then you've got Fletcher and Sinclair 7th and 8th. Lambo's dropped off the back of him by about 1.5 seconds, so maybe just burned his tyres up a bit too quick. GP1 Alex isn't too far behind Paquito either, so there's battles going on all the way through the field. At the moment, 17 drivers will be scoring points. Poe is still showing as racing, but he's still ghosted out. He's not back in the session, so hopefully he can do before the end of the race. Otherwise that will be nil pois for that McLaren. We're trying to go back up through the order, because Squeezy is right behind Marquez one more time. Again, the Force India goes defensive to the right hand side of the track, forcing the McLaren to go the long way round. But this time Squeezy's got the move done, or has he? Because Marquez goes for the inside late in the brakes, wheel touch in there between the sideboard and the wheel there of the Force India, but McLaren goes through and up into what is now second place as Doncool comes into the pit lane finally from the lead of the race. That releases Blizzard into the lead, so Squeezy now second, Marquez into third, and then behind you've got Louis has managed to get ahead of Rafa under DRS, I'd imagine, as well. So the Haas making a move on the Ferrari, and now Fletcher, Sinclair are going to fancy their chances as well, as Doncool comes into pits. Ultra softs for the one hub driver in the Sauber, and he's rejoined just ahead of Samu in 10th place, so keep an eye on his pace, because he could catch up to this battle for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th and 8th before long. He needs to get his foot down though if he wants to get further up the order.
Someone make a callback. I think Andy actually said, I think he's going to rejoin in P10, and look at that. They said you were good, Andy.
I'm saying no more, because I'll just end up blowing my own trumpet.
Oh, absolutely, and you can see there, Danestar now on those ultra tyres, 132.8. He is down in 17th place, 23.4 away from other drivers. And you can see there, Leon and Bohr on the medium tyres, and Leon has been on those tyres for 8 laps. So he came in very early, put on a set of medium tyres, and is now running around in 14th place, is behind his teammate, as that's the that was the Force India of Marquez there, getting it all out of shape, coming out of turn 13. That looked like he rode the curb a little bit there, and look who's drawing him in. It's Louis right behind him. So this battle here might become a 5-car battle for 3rd place right now.
Yeah, Marquez looks like he's struggling. Oh, Fletcher went up the inside of Rafa. Rafa didn't see him coming, turned into the apex, and there was a big blocking part of a Red Bull there as Fletcher picks up a penalty, cutting across too quickly through the last corner. But he went for the inside. I don't think Rafa seen him. Now Sinclair's going to go to the outside with the DRS. This would be a brave move. 3 of them going into one corner almost, and Sinclair's got the outside line, but Fletcher's got the inside for turn 2. It now becomes the outside. He's going to squeeze the Toro Rosso out. Sinclair sticks it into the inside though, holding on for dear life, but the Red Bull keeps ahead of the sister Toro Rosso as CPI against TTG there, so no love lost, and it stays status quo at the moment. But Marquez seems to be struggling. In fact, Lewis has got ahead of him. I'm sure that's probably just an easy move out of the way there. It looks like the Force India is struggling on those tyres as well at the moment. He just dropped off the back of Squeezy after the McLaren got through very, very quickly. I just think he's maybe struggling a bit at the moment. You mentioned Leon being on the medium tyres. He got caught up, remember, on that first lap incident. Had to pit after lap 1 for a new front wing, so he's obviously gone for the long strategy to make it go to the end of the race, so he could still pick up some decent points. But the battle at the moment, Marquez is getting dragged in now by Rafa, Fletcher, Sinclair, and Lambo's coming towards the back of this as well, as Doncool moves up into 9th place, having got ahead of Flozy in the Ferrari. So he's now up to 9th in those ultra softs, and it looks like he is absolutely flying along at the moment as well.
Yeah, that might have been a team order move between Doncool and Reflow, of course, both racing for one hub. I think Reflow might have just seen Doncool in the rearview mirrors, and Doncool said, get out of the way. He's 4.4 behind Lambo now, with about 3 laps to go. It's going to be a tough ask, but It's not over yet, not by a long shot. Blizzard in the lead of this one, followed by Squeezy, Louis, and then Marquezis, Rafa, Fletcher, Sinclair, Lambo, Donkel, Reflow, Samu, Paquito, Leon, Alex, Boar, Tally, Danestar, and Poe, who's running around as a ghost. That means that his points won't count unless he rejoins the session.
Definitely so, and just there in that front screenshot, down the front straight, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th were all in the one camera shot very briefly there. Just shows you how close these guys all are. If you take away the leading bunch, 3rd down to about 11th or 12th are covered by about 10 seconds. That's how close it is here in this race. In fact, even if you take the leaders into it, 20 seconds covers the top 11. Just over, so it's still very, very close battles going on throughout the field. I've currently got Leon and the Red Bull on those 10-lap-old mediums, trying to get past the Renate Paquito on 7-lap-old soft tyres, but he's just not able to do so at the moment. I'm just going to have to jump back up though, because Fletcher is right on the back of Rafa and Sinclair is right on the back of Fletcher, so we're going to have a drag race down this 1 kilometre straight. The Ferrari goes very wide out of that corner there. That's going to give Fletcher the absolute best chance possible. It's a slow moving car in the middle of the road by the looks of it almost, but Fletcher's got the overspeed to the outside line of the Ferrari. Can he get the move done? The Ferrari's going to try to the inside, but Fletcher cuts across, got the move done, and that is an easy and very well done overtaking move. Meanwhile, Sinclair, having looked like he was going to have an attack, is now defending off Lambo, coming back at him over 7th and 8th as Leon's just got himself round the outside to Paquito. Can he get the power down out the corner? He can do. Those tyres might be 10 laps old, but he's got that done. Meanwhile, Boar's got himself past Alex as well, so a CPI driver goes up the order while the other one is struggling to try and keep his position and is dropping down the order. We're on to the penultimate lap. This is going to go all the way to the flag, and of course penalties could still come into us, even though there's only been a small amount so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Fletcher's having to hold on now from Rafa. Rafa, the one hub driver there, having to defend from Sinclair. And 4 teams in this battle then. GP1, we've got one hub, TTG and VSR, all in this one battle here. So it's absolutely fantastic to see. And there will be no love lost between any of these drivers. But at the moment, Fletcher's winning that battle, but only by 0.3 of a second. As you say, Blizzard leading the way. 6.6 separates himself and Squeezy. Blizzard's just kept his head down and just done what he needs to do, and that is lead the race pretty much all the way to the checkered flag. But of course, we still have 1.5 laps to go. It's not done yet, not by a long shot. We're going to ride on board with Lambo then as they head the round turn 13 along that almost kilometre long straight, jumping straight on board with Sinclair, because look at this, he will have the DRS, he will have the slipstream. We'll see Rafa, will he try and move on Fletcher? Fletcher goes to the right hand side, Rafa will be going to the left hand side to go round the outside. Look at this, will Sinclair try an opportunistic move up the inside? Fletcher does well to defend there, going into the hairpin of turn 14, and on the slight kink of turn 15 we enter the final lap of the race then, as Fletcher is defending hard from Rafa. And to making it as difficult as possible for Rafa to try and make the move as we make our way down the start finish straight there. You can see Fletcher makes that one move to the right, then back over to the racing line. That's in the regulations. He's allowed to do that, as Sinclair here looks for an inside move up towards turn 2 here, and then they go down the hill towards turn 3. No way through for Rafa, no way through for Sinclair either. Lambo as well, losing that back end on the exit of turn 4 there. That won't do him a lot of good there as they head now down towards turn 6 now. Will anyone try and move? No, they're all, I think, waiting for the DRS zone now, and it's probably the best thing to do. Fletcher will have to do one last bit of defending here.
Look in the background though, it's a shame there's not another lap for Donkel, because he's closing on to the back of this battle pretty quickly now as these 4 guys squabble over one piece of tarmac, and that Sauber driver now is within DRS range, so he's just dragged himself back into this battle here on the final lap. That run down the kilometre long straight with the DRS is going to be absolutely crucial, and Fletcher is in the unfortunate seat. He's not within DRS range of the car ahead, and he's going to be at the mercy of the cars behind. Donkel at the back of this is going to get about a 4-car draft down the back. Here we go. Fletcher's actually not far off the back of Marquez, mind you. He's not got DRS. Marquez is really struggling. Has he ran out of fuel maybe? I don't know. But Fletcher goes up the inside of Marquez. Fletcher, Sinclair's going to look. They've both got by Marquez. Marquez is struggling. He's dropping down the order like a fly. Meanwhile, Blizzard has crossed the line and wins the race. Squeezy in second. with Louis and Fleur, but who's going to come across the line to finish it off? It's Fletcher who takes 4th on the road, Rafa 5th, Sinclair 5th, but then it's changing about so much. But what racing! We had 6 cars cross the line within a second of each other there, and it's actually Louis takes 3rd, Rafa 4th, Sinclair 5th, Doncool gets 6th place, Marquez 7th, Lambo 8th, Fletcher drops to 9th with penalties, Z Reflow in 10th, Samu in 11th, Leon in 12th place with Paquito in 13th, Alex in 14th, Bor in 15th, Tally over in 16th, and Danster, after getting caught out, we didn't see the incident, but obviously he was off the track, missing the front wing, having to make a second pit stop. He's just weaving gently down the back straight. He's going to be the last one over the line in 17th. Poe still on track, but as a ghost, so that'll be a non-scoring car. But a brilliant lot of action going on there, and it is VSR who take the first win, and they take 1 and 3 on the podium with Louis in 3rd, but Squeezy flying the flag for TTG, still holding on in 2nd place there. We'll obviously wait to see what Alan says, but good race, and that was an absolutely phenomenal battle in the midfield.
Yeah, absolutely, and look out for those sorts of battling all through tonight. And whilst all that battling went on, Blizzard went under the radar to take the race win. Luckily, we did catch him crossing the line on the stream, and he wins the day for VSR. But how will the points shape up after this first round? And it looked like Marquez is there. I'm not sure what happened to him, Andy. He just started dropping down the field, whether that was fuel management problems or just a mistake. But he dropped well down the order towards the end of the race there.
Did. Yeah, I mean, he was in 4th place, and like when they were coming up to the DRS point, Fletcher wasn't within DRS range. And yet halfway down that back straight without DRS, he was right on the back and past him. The only thing I can think of is that he's got the fuel management wrong, as you say. Let's run through the order. Say Blizzard, Squeezy and Lewis, you're 1, 2, 3. Rafa takes 4th, Sinclair in 5th, Doncool in 6th with that soft to ultra soft drive at the end. Marquez dropping to 7th, Lambo in 8th, Fletcher in 9th, Z Reflow in 10th, Samu in 11th, Leon 12th, Paquito in 13th, Alex in 14th, Bor in 15th, Tally 16th, Danster 17th, Poe does not score points, and Siege was the only retirement. And only 5 people picked up penalties, so there's quite a lot of people picking up that coveted Andy Campbell no penalty award that was started in TTL F1, Kieran. Only Lambo, Fletcher, Paquito, and I think it was Bor and Tally were the only ones that picked up penalties. Everyone else was penalty free. Well done.
Yeah, absolutely, and one driver to pick out there was Doncool. Started 13th, managed to finish 6th. What a fantastic drive for him, using the alternate strategy. And as we come towards the end of the first round, of course, we won't be ending the stream until we know the points from the first race. But I hope you're doing, and I hope you're having a wonderful time tonight with myself and Andy. We're here with all 3 races for you tonight before I have to go and not be here for the second night of racing, which is a real shame.
It is indeed, and it was obviously, because these things are just such good fun, and to see so many different leagues getting involved, and and teams getting involved, and it's just absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love these events. I think they're absolutely phenomenal. I'm just trying to find people here. Give me a second. I'm trying to do 2 things at once, and being a male, I can't do that unless it's beer and football.
I'll just take over for now then. But yeah, coming on to the Bahrain Grand Prix, I'm sure many of you know it's one of my favourite races at commentating on. So much drama and so much action happens. It's a circuit that seems like it's perfectly built up for league racing. It's absolutely fantastic. And if the Chinese Grand Prix is anything to go by, where we're seeing 5 cars battle for 3rd place, then who knows what the Bahrain Grand Prix will bring us. No,
definitely. So it could be a really, really good race. Obviously under the lights now as well, since 2014 when it celebrated its 10th anniversary by becoming the 2nd night race on the calendar. It's always a good track. It's always given good racing. That long front straight, you've got the shorter back straight, you've got some sweeping corners, you've got that tricky turn 9 and 10 where you're having to brake, downshift and turn all at the same time. Probably one of the trickiest corners in the Formula 1 calendar in our opinion. I know we've shared that opinion previously, so it's not going to be an easy race for sure, and it'll be really interesting to see how it gets on. We're just waiting obviously on Alan giving us the points tally from the end of race 1 before we end this stream, and we'll start it up as a fresh stream. But thank you to everybody for joining us tonight. As Kieran just says, it's absolutely brilliant to have you all along, and we hope you're enjoying the action so far, and we hope the rest of it is going to be just as exciting moving forward. And if I'm going to be a bit cheeky here, Kieran, if you don't mind,
go on.
No, it's a good thing. Obviously, we've got this week, and then the next week we've got the second round. The following Saturday, starting the 23rd, there's a brand new league for TTG on Project Cars 2. It's going to be Formula C, basically the Formula 3 cars. And if you do want to get involved, drop onto Twitter, TT_P cars, or drop a wee message to myself on PSN, Andy81287. There's still a few spaces up for grabs. Once we've got a nice wee crowd here, I thought I'd get a wee advertisement in there quickly. I'll probably mention it again at the end of stream thing.
How on earth did he get an advert into it? Anyway, Alan has posted the points into the YouTube chat. After round number 1, VSR leads 72 points. One Hub are in second on 48 points. TTG in third on 38 points. CP1 in fourth on 34. And Innovate are fifth place on 23 points. 5 rounds to go and all to play for as we head towards the Bahrain Grand Prix. Round 2 will be a separate stream. We're going to end this one. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the bell so you're notified every time we go live. It might be especially important for tonight and next Saturday. Hint, hint. We'll see you after the break for the Bahrain Grand Prix.